You have to eat all the olives now. So how was everybody's Wednesday? Did you guys have a good one? I did find my Asian pears. Even if I had to actually go into a store and it was like, you know, chaos. I love hearing pieces of conversations. Hi, Joseph Q. So I got that. And the special drinks that I never can find. But I always feel like whenever I go in there, in those stores, I feel like I'm under like a timer. Do you ever feel like that? You were in the kitchen most of the day? What were you making, Din Din? What were you doing? You tell. Dandelion, how are you doing? I did not. The only thing I did in the kitchen was clean dishes.
You have Gosling's Dark Bermuda, and I have a Captain Diet Coke.
Oh, cheers. Cheers. Am I drinking it in here?
You drink your drink how you want to drink it.
How do I do this one, guys?
You should try the Dark Bermuda by itself. See if you like it.
Is it like 151 or anything like that?
She says Gosling's Dark Bermuda. It's $10.
Does anybody know? Hi, Annette Morales. Lunch and double chocolate chip cookies. Holy moly.
Take a sip.
Nadine was doing the garden and housework. Okay, we're gonna take a sip.
If you don't like it, you mix it with Coke. What is it? It's a Dark Bermuda.
It's a little Bernie.
Gosling's.
Hi, Picard.
Picard, hey Picard. Now I'm on Star Trek.
Yeah. Star Trek.
Cheers, guys.
Okay. Do I just shoot it?
No, mix it.
Should I shoot it?
Nobody's listening, Angela.
You guys tell me. What do you mean nobody's listening?
to you. Our people don't talk, they just watch.
What do you mean nobody's listening to me? They listen to me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm waiting. You guys tell me. Adriana. Of course, Adriana.
What'd she say?
Look at her.
Cheers, baby.
We're like down it. We listen. All right, all right.
Well, we finished the olives.
They're like, that's how it's done.
Why are the olives gone?
They're like, Anne can actually do that. Mm-hmm.
Anne can drink.
What do you mean Anne can drink?
Down straight, girl, come.
It's a little bit of a little fire coming out my mouth.
Okay. Are you fired up?
A little bit. Hi, Torkel. I know. Oh my God, why is the rum gone?
The rum is gone. Look, the rum is gone.
I flipped it over. The rum is gone. Now stand up and twirl, says Sophia.
So the lady goes, do you want the happy hour rum? I said, what's the happy hour rum? She showed me. I said, that looks pretty cheap. She goes, it's really cheap. I'm like, no, give me a Gosling or something with that. That's what I got. So I didn't get the $5 rum. I got the $10 shot.
Well, thank you for that. Am I worth $5 more?
You're worth the $10.
Oh, you're feeling very excited.
I'm a winner, guys. I'm a winner.
He's a winner.
I put gas in the car today. I bought roast beef for us.
He's like, everything is free today. This is what Joe does. When Joe goes either on
Josh
vacation,
got some bottled water. I got
happy hour shot. Yeah, so when Joe gets
Три пezzi di formaggio con patata purè. Con purè di patata. Tre pezzi di formaggio. 3 pieces of cheese with purè potato. Potato mash.
My favorite one got this one for me. Thank you, favorite lover. You're my number one lover.
You're killing me, man. We see fireworks? Good evening, Mr. Metal.
Nice. Hey, Mr. Mello. Cheers, you, baby. Miss Metalhead, you're probably there too.
I have Sunny D, and I just did a shot of rum. Why is the rum gone?
Because you drink it all.
Oh, that's right. I forget.
You finished the olives? Angela had American cheddar, no, white American, sorry. For some reason, Angela, I just used to eat American cheese. I didn't know there was such a thing called white American. And Angela's like, oh, white. I'm like, what? Just American's American. I guess American's yellow, and you have white American.
You have yellow American and you have white American. It sounds really racist.
Whenever we got cold cuts and cheese, I just got American. I didn't know there was such a thing. When did it become a thing? It was like boiled ham.
Leela, will you be up for shots? We will be doing shots, guys, in December. We only have September, October, November.
Leela, you're gonna get hammered with Joe. It'll be Coffee Joe.
Yes. And it's great because you're always taking transportation
You
home.
can walk and take transport anywhere. You don't have to
Leela
drive.
says, heck yes.
You don't have to drive. Just get your app on your phone for Uber.
I thought you were going to say, get your ass here. That's what I thought you were going to say.
All I can say is, get your ass here, and then we can start drinking.
I'll be drinking
We're going
plenty
to this
this
dive
weekend
bar.
for
We're going
birthday.
to dive bar 96.
Gotta make a packy. What's a packy? Is that like going to the store?
The dive bar 96 has the big bucket of wings. That's where we're going to go. The dive bar here is just straight drinks and the judges table.
The giant bucket of wings is crazy.
I got to tell you, it sounds like a lot of money, but there's a lot of wings in that bucket. That bucket could feed an army. Believe me, it's almost fed me.
Give him my
I'm
drink.
an army. You don't need
Yeah, he's going to drink my drink.
Oh, this is going to be taken care of before we leave. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, the package store. Is that what it's called? I cannot drink too much, though. We have to take the subway. The subway is somebody else. And somebody else is driving on the subway. We don't have to worry about that.
All you got to do is get to the platform. It's a piece of cake.
Platform 9 3/4.
Follow your ticket, Harry. Follow your ticket.
No, it's not what he
Stick
says.
to your ticket.
He says, stick to your ticket.
Hagrid says, stick to your ticket, Harry.
You call the liquor store that. I didn't know that. Hi, Hassan.
Yes,
How are you?
welcome in. We're at the judges' table. We're at the corner of 101
We're not
and
at the
Broadway.
corner.
We're at the corner.
Close enough.
The corner's right there.
Kind of close.
We're at the corner.
What are you getting from the Packy store?
Is that the liquor store?
Yeah,
They call it a packing store?
Packy store.
Is it because it comes in a plastic bag?
I don't know.
Is it whiskey in a plastic bag?
You don't want to end up on the 3/4. Hi, Suzanne.
Hello.
Susanna.
Susanna, welcome in. This is a gorgeous night, guys.
I know, it's
It's a
crazy
gorgeous night tonight.
It's crazy
It's
nice.
totally sweatshirt weather. I love
And
sweatshirt
guys
weather.
think the word lover is romantic, but to us it's so cringy. I love I'll get tipsy,
just means-
but not drunk,
it just
because I
means
am
my
not in my space. I don't
significant
trust
other.
the people of the world. Oh, we will make sure you get back to your space that you need to. Hi, Jolie. Yes, we are wearing twinsy outfits tonight.
This is a rarity.
Hi,
She
Joey.
will not wear the
I hope
twinsy.
everything's going good.
She will
Hi,
not wear the
Arthur.
twinsy red buckies, but she will wear the
It's just
twinsies.
like you, like I said, you can't lay your leg on my knee.
Here we go. The alcohol kicks in. Now the rules happen. The rules happen.
Won't
Yeah,
cry.
the
Won't
rules.
you cry for me? Because I come from Alabama with the banjo on my knee. Oh, Susanna. Where
It's
are y'all
such
from?
An old song. I don't know. We're from all over the Midwest.
Men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
All I know is Sunny D and Captain and Coke is the best.
Mixed?
I did kind of mix them in my belly, but I didn't mix them when I was drinking.
I was going to say, that sounds...
My belly has them both in them.
I know, it was good.
You know, this is a nice shot glass.
You leave alone. Leave the shot glass alone.
Nice
Just kidding,
shot
lovey-dovey after 2 drinks. That's what happens every single time, Din Din. And then he likes to do the tap.
Tippity
Joe
tap.
has a problem. Like, this is what I tell. Joe has, like, little idiosyncrasies.
Whoa, that is a massive word for 2 drinks.
Hi, Pat Drummond.
For
This is
2
what
drinks in, that's a massive
This is
word.
what happens. So,
Tell me what happens.
this is what happens.
What
Every night, Joe goes to bed. He just lays in bed because that's, like, his favorite
Starfish.
spot. He tries to starfish, and I'm like, Joseph, get the fuck over.
Clips one side of the starfish
I
away
clip his
so it's a
wings.
half a starfish.
So anyway, but he likes to sit there, and he loves to scroll on YouTube.
I'm a scroller.
But this is what he does.
I'm not
I gotta
committed.
tell you.
I'm scrolling.
So Joe's on YouTube. Give me your phone. I have to reenact. We have to do the reenactment. Let's move this shot glass. This is Joe. He sits there. Look, 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 look. And you sleep in almost like that. And then he acts like his arm weighs 100 pounds.
100 pounds.
He has no muscle.
Going down by gravity.
He goes like this. I swear to God. And then he goes like this. Then he goes. And then he squares the girl.
The phone is vibrating. It's gonna vibrate away on the sidewalk.
Girl. And you're sitting
and just
next to
so
him.
mad because I know it's the trigger, and she gets by the third one.
Oh, Joe has actually had it hit him in the face many times, but he drops that arm like that arm is 100
I have dropped the
pounds
phone in my
weight.
face. I have.
Every single. I can't even tell you. It's every 30 seconds, and I've gone.
This is it. You gotta. Some of these must be consumed.
I have had to Joe. Why do you drop your arm like? And it's like I sound ridiculous.
You do. You sound petty. Very petty.
But Joe, that and it's the twitchy foot. It's not the arm. It's the twitchy foot. The twitchy foot where his feet are like this. It's like he's doing this. The skinny.
The rubbing.
The rubbing of the feet.
That is a comfort thing.
He does this all the time. Like it's a constant.
That's a comfort
It's
thing.
insane. But the dropping of the arm, and it's like the arm is coming from here to like there, and he just keeps.
My arm is. I'm like a Popeye forearm. It's Popeye.
It makes me nuts.
Popeyes.
It makes me absolutely. I have done that Tootsie thing. Like, do you see how he just laid this down? He has to lay it down with like.
Demonstrative. The word is demonstrative.
And I'm like, oh my god.
You're demonstrative.
And like, it's just little things. Joe likes to make a lot of noise. Joe's not a quiet creature.
I am not. That is a true statement. And I would say this lady next to me would know that above anybody
I always
else.
know what he's getting out of the fridge.
She's
everything.
bad like that. She's got that hearing.
I know,
She's
every
got that
single
hearing.
thing.
What animal hears really well? Is it the owl?
I don't
She's
know.
got that hearing.
Mine too. When I fell asleep while eating, arm is still going to his mouth. Oh my god, Jolie! Stop it! That would be Joe. He was like, he literally sits there, he's like, I'm like, Joe, you're going to sleep, go to bed. And he's like, oh, I'm Steven. What are you talking about?
The phone's on my chest.
Leave me alone. He'll say,
earpods
he'll
in
be
my
like,
ear.
stop bossing me around.
That is a class. You know, that's a t-shirt. Stop bossing me around. That is a t-shirt. Stop bossing me around. That is her.
Bossing me around.
She gets in this boss mode. She's boss. I'm the boss.
Did you say women hear everything? It is. It's like a maternal instinct. We hear everything.
Stacking all the glasses on my side. What am
It's
I?
your
What
kid.
am I? Dishwasher over here?
You are a dishwasher. You're going to be the
You
dishwasher.
get one
today.
glass
I try
on
to
your
find
side. I
the
got four
moments.
glasses on my
Pirate
side.
says getting ready for work, but my woman said, oh yeah, Joe is like, okay guys. Even Josh recognizes it. He sits there and you try to make no noise.
I can't not. I'm like Bigfoot walking here. I'm like Bigfoot.
Joe, get up. You gotta show him how you
I'm
do
not
your
getting up.
do your little tiptoe thing when you come out of the shower. It's like ridiculous, folks.
It's like a Freddie Flintstone tiptoe. It's a Freddie Flintstone. You ever see Freddie Flintstone? It's that crazy tiptoe.
Like very close.
Hello.
And she was like, here, guys. Like, here. Joe.
How you doing? You're the judge's table. I'm going to give you a 4.
Over the fence that you guys are leaning on.
Unless you want to
at
piece
our
of drink.
table. I'm like, what do you want, honey?
I don't see a sign. You want me
Guess
to give
what
you
Mr.
money?
and Mrs. Bucky tonight? Is it like an Australian breakdancer?
Oh, my. Oh, that was cold.
I don't understand that.
Oh, my God. You
What
got
does that
it.
mean? Oh, the Australian breakdancer.
Yes. The one person doing the crappie flop on the floor won a gold medal.
I don't understand
I
that.
don't get it either.
Joe
But it was
comes out of the
funny as-
shower, he's
it was
holding
funny
a
as hell.
towel, and he's literally trying to like ding, 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 ding. Why are you putting them all in front of the thing?
I'm not putting anything in here.
I swear to God.
Stacking up my drinks.
You need to chill out. Men have
Anything
selective hearing.
I have
Men hear nothing.
extremely slept.
The only thing they hear is like if there's food being brought.
The only thing I hear is food or beverage. Is there a beverage bottle
You're
open?
attuned to the sound of a pickle jar opening. I'm attuned
Oh
of
my God, pickle jar! I gotta tell you, the best pickles in the whole world are Trader Joe's.
what?
I'm Nobody knows some bitches like the.
Yeah, I know. There's none.
I open them like four. There's four in my mouth. They just jump in.
You got 4 pickles hanging out of your mouth.
They are so delicious. I'm like, what is it about this Trader Joe pickles? They must put something in there. Maybe it's MSG.
No. Yeah, he does a Freddie Flintstone thing when he gets out of the shower. And
I do the
stuff.
tiptoe, tippy toe.
He tries to tiptoe and go like.
I make 10 times more noise. Literally, tiptoe Bigfoot.
And then the best is.
Tiptoe
the
Bigfoot.
best is.
Are you gonna start playing with the glasses?
He can't see anything because it's dark in the apartment.
And the glasses are
So
off.
this is Joe with the flashlight. Click, click.
Because you gotta remember.
Buonasera, mia amata Emiliano. Buonasera. Buonanotte. Good evening. Mia amata Emiliano from Reggio di Calabria, Italy. Angela and Joe from New York. Lauren Norris. Dynamite Twins. Alexis, Monique, Hillary, Kirsten, York, Johnny, Jeremy, Henry, Simone, Kaiser, Neistat, Dutchmas, Vanessa, Холожи, Ракель, Оливия, and other people in the world, не входящие в русские гетто-холокост-геноцид страны, индийские гетто-холокост, китайские страны. Русские гетто-холокост-геноцид страны — это Россия, СССР, СНГ, Болгария и захваченными Прибалтика, где русские подонки и суки, и черножёпые суки и подонки с их несовершеннолетними суками и подонками устроили геноцид мне и моей маме, как бывшим жителям прибалтики-Литовцам. Hello, hello, mia amata Emiliano. Hello, hello, Angela and Joe. And other people in the world, не входящие в русские гетто-холокост-геноцид страны и китайско-индийские гетто-холокост-геноцид страны. Hello, hello, mia amata Emiliano, Angela and Joe. This is my dinner and lunch, mia amata Emiliano. In questo la mia colazione e lunch, mia amata Emiliano. This is puree di patata, potato mash, con 3 pezzi di formaggio with 3 pieces of cheese, with sour cream, tomato paste, pannaccia, pomodoro pasta, salad, carrota con yogurt, carrots with yogurt salad, yogurt and carrots in this salad, yogurt and carrots in this salad, this salad. No, I'm up to Milano.
I haven't focused in 55 years. Why do I start now?
I know, he catches us all in the damn headlamps. It's ridiculous.
Carrota
You know, it's ridiculous.
con yogurt
Josh even tells you,
in questo salata.
shut the door, I don't want to see the light, god damn it. And you're like, sorry, Josh.
Yogurt
Me, I get none of
and
that.
carrots.
Dark, that's crazy.
This
That's
salad.
like a shower in a cave or something.
No, I'm up to Milano.
Turn the light on.
Hello, hello.
Like I'm showered in my bed.
Oh, finito. This.
In the closet.
Ora io mangiare la mia cena e lunch. Let's now I can eat my
He's in the middle.
dinner and
He's in the
lunch.
rebar. He's not in the concrete. The concrete is in the rebar, but he's in the rebar.
Which stadium?
I'm so hungry.
I love how you're so official on that.
We used to do it by the freaking mom.
What was that? The
Purè di patata
The Kraken?
con formaggio, con pannaccia, con pomodoro pasta. Pomodoro pasta. Mia matto Emiliano, look for this.
All of a sudden, you're turned into rebar, and then you're going to concrete anyway.
But then I'd live forever.
You would, as long as they kept the stadium.
Look for this Angel and Joe.
I don't know. You're crazy with
And
that.
the people on the earth.
You're in the garbage and concrete.
She got a whole other
Не
jacket.
входящие в русские гетто-холокост-геноцид страны.
It's comfortable.
И индийско-китайские гетто-холокост-геноцид страны.
George Burns and Gracie, only better. Oh my god. I swear to God. It's fun seeing people wear like their little sweatshirts and their little outfits.
I smell McDonald's.
Сукко,
Who's got McDonald's?
сукко di aranciata,
I smell a McDonald's bag.
orange juice, imitation of orange, nature, taste and color.
Somebody just bought McDonald's.
Mia
and fries.
matto Emiliano, con acqua,
One of our
con
judges'
water.
table, where's the McDonald's? It's gone now. The
50-yard line at MetLife and other half at the home plate. Possibly. Hi, Enrique. You never know, man. You never know.
Having a great night.
Let's go see what everybody else is doing. Let's go look. Let's look at them all.
Let's take a peek.
We're taking a peek at everybody. Hang on. Yeah, Pinky or Picky or Picky or Picky Barista. Whoop, whoop. I love McDonald's fries. I used to too.
We better go. They're onto us.
No,
Come
it's
on.
not. It's
They're onto us.
It's the ambulance.
Oh, it's not the po-po?
No, it's the ambulance. Oh, little dog. Little dog. Dog's going into the bar. Dog wanted a drink.
He wants a stiff water.
He's like, I want a drink, man.
Stiff water.
Bring me one. Okay, I could come in. He went in.
There's another one in there.
No, I love it. He's in there having a drink
He's having a drink in the bar.
in the window. I love it. Frickin' ass. Listen, that's why you gotta get a small dog. That's why you gotta get a small dog.
Yeah, big dog wouldn't work.
Because you can stick him in your pocket like a kangaroo or your bag.
Put him in with the roast beef. Where's your dog? He's eating the roast beef.
He ate the we got no.
That's a pound of roast beef.
He didn't want the white American. He wanted a yellow American.
They're gonna talk about a pound of roast beef.
It's not the popo. It's not the popo.
Went that way.
I know it went that way.
I know nothing.
I know nothing.
Blah, blah,
We know not a damn thing. Joe's just sitting here. We're gonna watch Joe judge people as they go by. I hear sirens. I still jump and walk slowly away, says Mr. Metalhead.
blah. As you slowly back up to the corner.
You're like, I'm not here.
I am a
You
wall
sl-
mural.
You slowly go back into the bushes.
I'm graffiti.
You just go into the bushes.
I'm blending into the bushes.
We have to try the vegan meatball pizza from Tony Baloney's in Atlantic City. I'm eating it right now. It's all vegan.
Я ем эту еду.
Why are you eating vegan meatballs?
Это они делают такие ощущения своей аппаратурой.
Vegetables.
Русские подонки и суки. И черножёпые суки и подонки. С их несовершеннолетними суками и подонками. Они делают такие ощущения, как будто это невозможно жрать. Есть в смысле.
We're gonna be disgusting really sick.
Как будто оно мерзкое на вкус. Как будто оно кислое. С горьким привкусом. И разъедает глотку. Как будто оно мерзкое и похоже на клей.
He does look like
По
he looks
вкусу.
like yeah, Metalhead looks like Homer Simpson that goes into the bushes. You know what? You know what I'm talking about. Ah. Could you imagine if we all decided to just say we're going to eat this strip of food?
What are we doing today? We're eating 102.
Man, that's I don't know. How are we going to do that? How are we going to do that, Joe?
Oh my god, that's a lot of money.
I don't know if it's a lot of money.
Yeah, well, we spent $50 here.
Well, that's because we bought a shot and another shot and 2 juice boxes. And then I know you're a heavy tipper.
I love it.
Do you love people? Because I don't think you do love people.
I yell at people all the time on the road. I love people.
You're like the Grinch. What are you talking? You're like Ebenezer.
No, I'm not. Not for sure.
I hate people.
И как будто оно жутко ужасно
I
соленое.
love people.
Хотя это не соленая картошка.
I am
И туда
bored.
добавлено 3 плавленных сырка.
I give that dry driving lessons every single day.
You know, holiday season will be upon us soon, and you'll have to be singing that song all the
И
time.
сметана и томатная паста без соли.
Show them Grinch driving lessons. Grinch 101.
Grinch 101? Yeah, Tintin, he miscalculates his tips. I purposely left a decent tip because it was 20
You
to...
gave them a 40% tip
Joseph,
today.
the bill was
You
$13.50.
gave them a 20, that's a $7 tip.
It's fine. It's fine.
When I give a 40% tip, you get all pissed at me.
Joseph, because you do it on a $100 bill. That's different. The bill was $125. I gave him, I don't know, $175. I'd be like, Joseph, what the hell is wrong with you? Math wizard.
Damn straight, that's that guy, yeah.
What are you talking about?
Whatever he said.
Whatever he said. I guess we could do like the whole eat down the street thing. We just have to find a good street. We just have to find a good street.
It's a good street. We can finish off the dive bar. We eat, and we drink, and we talk.
Oh my God.
That's what Wednesday. That's our new Wednesday. We're eating the blocks.
That we can't eat that much. Let me get one chicken wing from every place.
Order chicken wings, get a coffee, get a juice box.
Vegan eggs? Well, they can't be an egg.
Sound Carmine's. Stop down here, get some groceries at the hardware store.
They don't sell anything at the hardware store. They don't have neon. We can't have chips.
This keto shit sucks.
Jintin says she pulls out the calculator. We all have a calculator on our phone.
I did quick math.
JoJo's quick math.
I just missed the decimal that one time.
The decimal. Let's hope you don't miss it. You want the rest of my soda? Have it. Have at it, sir. There he is. He's judging people already again.
This is a good night.
Is it?
I felt good.
To you?
Love the judges too.
Did you eat enough olives? Yes, Judy. They said they were free range instead of cage free. With what the hell? That doesn't make any. You know what the free range?
What's the difference between free range and cage free?
Okay, so free range I think means they can run around a whole yard. Cage free means this is what they do. They're still in the same thing where all the other chickens are kept, like in a cage. But they have like a little space, literally, that is like maybe like the size of this table that they can walk out into the sun. But they're still in giant house, like long houses, like long warehouse things. For real. I actually, do you know how I know this? Because there was a whole documentary. There was a whole documentary on the person who was trying to do, the guy who did the McDonald's documentary. He did a whole thing about, because of Chick-fil-A, because everybody's doing chicken sandwiches. It was like the chicken sandwich war. And he went in to start up a whole sandwich thing. And there was this whole thing about chicken farmers. Swear to God. Swear to God, there's this whole thing about chicken farmers. And cage-free means that they're not in cages, but they're still in that big old longhouse, but they only have like a 4-foot square of sunlight that they can go into. So you think that they're out there in this grassland living it up, and they're not.
Living up in the city.
Oh my God, I can't. We were just shopping. The register was broken. The cashier was using her calculator. I would have been there an hour. I ended up doing the math for her. She looked at me like I was Einstein. Did she charge you tax? I don't understand why that makes them vegan. Maybe because they're eating vegan feed. I don't know, but chickens are not vegan. Chicken is an animal. It's not vegan by any means. Like, if you're vegan, you can't even wear a leather belt.
So I found out because I saw a flyer.
Your pants are fall down.
Pants on the ground. Looking like a fool with pants on the ground.
White shirt.
Believe me, I've been.
Damn, he got a whole backpack on.
Hold my pants
I guess they had to let everyone know because they
Columbus, Ohio is getting a Buc-ee's gas station. Joey and Cora, you lucky. That's really far for us, though.
6 hours is PA.
No, PA,
team is that guy.
it's longer than that.
Which is very
It's longer than that. PA is a massive state. PA is like, we never going home. Massive. It's like Nebraska.
No, Nebraska is a Titanic state.
It's mammoth.
Titanic.
It's mammoth.
Or maybe each room, because apparently the last time they did like.
Oh, I see.
It was
I
like
don't know,
the infant room.
but y'all are lucky. You're gonna get Bucky's fudge. You're gonna get Bucky brisket. You're gonna get
Brisket on the grill. Brisket on the board. Sauce on the board.
Said,
I love that. I just watch it.
sauce.
Sauce. Sauce on the board.
Did you not say sauce on the board?
Sauce it.
Hi, sweetie.
They say brisket on the board and they sauce on the board. And I love this sandwich. I would buy 100 sandwiches. Those sandwiches are so damn.
Joe doesn't even eat the bread. He just eats the meat.
I just sit behind the counter piling them like a
You're like, can you just chop that all up for me?
in my mouth.
Put that whole brisket right there. I'll take it all.
It's $900. Just charge me. I take it off. I want it now.
I'm gonna bill it to the company.
It was really good.
It was my meal.
Oh, it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
I had to load the hump.
Boss,
Share the load. Share the load.
load. I bought 3 dinners and 3 lunches and 3 breakfasts. Oh, it's good. $900. We're good.
Oh my God.
What's the meal?
Be like, I
Sir, you can only take $20 for breakfast. Round up.
round up. Round up. Shut up.
100, round up to 150. I gotta go.
Oh my God, you're so ridiculous. I can't. Guys,
We had a great time.
he's ridiculous. All right, guys.
You guys are awesome.
We're gonna go
Thanks for showing
now.
up.
We gotta go get his ass home.
I gotta get home. I gotta walk home.
It's not that far, ding dong.
2.5 blocks is a long way for JoJo.
It's like literally 2.5 blocks from our apart. Oh my God, look at that little dog.
Mieszany lunch.
You see him?
I finished it.
It's like a doggy.
My
Look at.
dinner and lunch.
Anyway, you guys, I don't know why it says that. You guys, have a good night. We'll see you guys. I gotta flip this around. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I think I was putting on filters.
You can't operate a phone.
I think I was making filters happen.
You can't operate a phone. You say
Beam?
epic fail.
Blush, this, that, crush. What is this? Glow. Ooh, that looks like I'm scary. Black and white? What the hell?
You look like you're jaundiced.
Oh my God, go back to nothing. Anyway, guys, have a good night. It was just a little pop-up. We'll see you guys tomorrow night, okay?
Bye.
Bye.
Gotta go.
and I still miss it.
We are heading to Dallas, Texas today to hang out with my best friend Maddie. We're about to get the Uber to head to LaGuardia Airport to head out. I am so excited. I just spent this morning packing and getting everything together. Not only am I seeing Maddie, but I am also picking up my new kitten in Dallas as well. That's going to be a separate vlog. That vlog goes up on Tuesday, but anytime I get to see Maddie, it's just like a big old treat. Most of my friends are long distance, so it just sucks, but it just makes the time that we get to see each other just so much better. So we're about to be Texans for the next few days. I have my little Julie Voss earrings, my little charm necklace, bracelets from LLF Studios, my little tank top from Gilly Hicks, and then these little sweatpants are so cute. They have my initials on them, cute like little LN, and these are from United Monograms. I just need to get my tennis shoes out there, just pack them on up.
Strawberry summertime, your head laid next to mine. Windows down, take a ride, can't help it. I'm feeling selfish, 'cause I just want days like this forever. Now I can't pull myself together. Feel like this nicer weather won't last. Go so fast.
something, so let's go outside. I am so excited. Here they are. Oh my gosh, it's like a sauna out here. Hey!
Finally meet you.
Yeah,
Hey,
we're
vlog.
meeting Austin. There's Steve. Hey, Steve. I feel like I know you. Good. Oh my god, he's so small. Mommy, come on, yours. Hello. Hello, this is your auntie. Your auntie. Hello. Good morning. We are in Dallas, Texas, in Maddie's apartment, and we're about to be making some breakfast. We got some pumpkin pancake mix. I've never made this before, so I'm so excited. They're from Trader Joe's. I've never seen it before. Or I have regular pancakes too. I want these. Whichever you. It's spooky season.
It's spooky season.
Obviously, we just hung out yesterday. I made her watch the first episode of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Crazy. You guys me intrigued.
I know. I was like, you have to watch the first episode. It just like gets you hooked.
I was putting on this morning, but I was like, I don't know if that's a morning show.
Travis, you want to say good morning?
Meet my new child.
This is Maddie's new kitty cat, Travis. Look at my toe beans, everybody.
Marley's still here. She's just on her tree.
Yeah, Marley, I'll show you Marley in a minute. She's just like vibing.
Always.
Oh my goodness, he bit my face this morning. But you can't be mad at them.
Like out of nowhere.
Like, dude, I know, I was just on my computer and he was like, he was like, all right, that's cute.
Baby, just a little love bite.
Of course. Anyway, let's make some breakfast. Say bye-bye, Travis.
Dude, I didn't realize those had pumpkins on it.
Yes! I'm telling you, it's pumpkin season.
Hello, good morning, beautiful baby.
Decided we're going to Swig.
I'm so excited.
So we're going to be getting a little bit ready. We're going to have like drinks and dinner tonight, but we wanted to have like this cutesy.
Hello.
Say hello. We wanted like a little afternoon pick me up.
Yeah.
So Swig is going to be it, and I've been wanting to try it since I saw it on the Secret Lives.
I brought it up and I was like, wait a minute. I've never been. Let's go.
I didn't even know they had one in Texas. So obviously, I'm like,
Making a 30-minute trek up.
we are, and we're just going to have like a little taste test of so many of them. So.
That is really obnoxious.
We have made it to Swig.
To Swig.
And we are going to be trying out 2 of their drinks each.
Yes. So 4 different drinks.
4 different drinks we get to try. Because we made the 30-minute trek. It's going to be worth it.
I'm so excited.
Do you know the ones you're getting?
Yes.
I'm going to be doing the Weekender and then the Dirty Dr. Pepper. I'm not getting the Dirty Dr. Pepper. I'm actually getting the Happy Camper because that just sounds delightful.
It's an actual person that comes to your door.
No, they do not.
Yeah. Yeah, see? She's a little girly. Just
Oh, she's just, oh, so she's
went
going to
away.
see all of this right here.
Okay.
okay.
Oh, do we want a
yeah.
snack?
Can we get pretzel bites?
Can you go first?
Yeah.
Okay. The 16-ounce Super Trooper, another 16-ounce of the Tropic.
And I did the 24-ounce Happy Camper, a 16-ounce of the Weekender. I'm planning tonight. Yeah, I should have done it yesterday too. Hi. Hi. Like, why do I sound like that? I always get nervous and I get like a high pitched.
Yeah, in my head, like I don't intentionally try and do it. Thank you.
Thank you, you too.
Pass it on to you, and then I'll park.
Bring it in a circle.
Hi,
Oh, I'm sorry, Range Rover. We gotta do a taste test. We're going to be trying the revivers first.
I didn't know you were going right then. I don't know how I feel about the little floaty.
No, why is it separating? Cheers. Do you like it?
Not really.
Try mine.
It's the carbonation. I need to get over that. Oh, I don't like that one. Why does that taste like sunscreen?
Coconut.
Yeah, see, I like this better than that.
Well, good thing I like this better than that. I would give this like a solid 9 out of 10.
Wow.
I would drink this. I love coconut though.
I would give this like a 6.
Okay, not that bad.
But also keep in mind I'm not a soda person.
Yeah, you hate carbonation.
I didn't think this would have carbonation in it. But maybe that's
Grow up. Grow up, okay? Well, I really hope I like this one because I got it ginormous.
Cheers. Ooh. Oh, this is summer in a cup.
It just tastes like root beer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's my first time trying root beer.
What is that flavor profile?
Oh, I don't like root beer. It's so bad.
What's in that? Is that like guava? Grapefruit? What is that?
Lemonade, mango, passion fruit, vanilla.
Passion fruit.
Oh, you expected more from the marshmallow.
I did too. I expected it to be like more like kind of toasty. I mean, I would give it like a 7 out of 10 because it doesn't taste anything different than root beer.
I'd give this an 8.
That is insane. That is insanity.
Oh, we got
pretzel bites. We also got these beautiful pretzel bites.
Wow. There's a place, Tim Hortons.
Okay.
It's a Canadian place, but this packaging reminded me of it.
All right. All right. Cheers.
Oh, those are good.
I mean, there ain't no Auntie Anne's, but
I forget you love that place.
dude, I would eat that for every snack time. Okay, so now we're heading back to Dallas to start getting ready for tonight. So this is like our fun little afternoon activity. Oh, we have to do my TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
Never stop running, break me, a dream that's coming on in the backseat. We're humming, and we rise up with the setting sun. Climbing to see the view, right on the edge with you. Not afraid to fall. Here's to the ones who.
After we've already spent billions on shelters, which were supposed to be temporary and were supposed to help people move out and live on their own. But since that's not happening, it makes it look like the asylum crisis has backfired on our city in a way none of our leaders expected. Because although over 200,000 people seeking asylum and a better life were welcomed into our shelters, many are still there over a year after first moving in, revealing the better life everyone's looking for doesn't exist.
Как будто тошнит. И как будто между ног все разъела кислота. Как будто там это содрана кожа до мяса между ног.
Controversial tent shelters, which somehow cost just as much as the hotels to run. The very people who fled poverty and are now in our care are not getting the help they need to move up New York City's highly specialized, service-based economic ladder. Which doesn't make sense because Benny, an economic expert, has preached sermon after sermon about how the asylum crisis was going to be the best thing ever for everyone involved. Yet it turns out that's been a false prophecy, a heresy, because no plan ever existed to get people into the workforce so they can live on their own. And that brings us to the real reason why New York City now pays people to get on a bus like that and leave town. Our shelters are now deporting all of those people into economic prisoners who are trapped. And leave because not only are there zero employers waiting for shelters to offer them jobs, many asylum seekers are So here we have your typical New York City neighborhood. You've got charming apartments, you've got little windows, it's all very nice, and many neighborhoods have been like this for decades. But some of them are now changing in ways that residents of them did not expect. And there are some who say it's happening because the city's system of sheltering people in order to help them get on their feet isn't working out as intended, and many people have found themselves living in shelters for a very long time, turning what was supposed to be a temporary system of care into a permanent fixture in many parts of town.
Long nights with loud music, kids playing outside, and garbage around the neighborhood is what tenants at this building on 10th Street and 44 Drive in Long Island City have been dealing with for the past few months.
So as we're learning today, this wasn't the plan when the asylum crisis started. Perpetual housing operations that will exist for as long as the crisis continues. No, this was all supposed to be temporary. And for a very long time, many have maintained that the one thing the asylum crisis has been missing was work permission. But that article's from a year ago, and now the people who have work permission, they're now being given money so that they can move. Yet for most of last year, we were told that that was the thing, stopping people from integrating with society and making it. We were told that if people just had jobs, doing delivery or working at restaurants, that everything would work out and we wouldn't need to pay for people to live in luxury hotels. But that hasn't been reality, with many people in these shelters not finding the employment opportunities necessary to help them leave. And that's led to conflicts in many neighborhoods where you've got residents saying that things have changed, not necessarily for the better, because you've got basically a full-time presence of folks who were told that, hey, move into one of these shelters, we'll help you get a job, and then you can move out. Well, that hasn't happened for them either. This is a tough situation for everybody. And the real problem is that the jobs many have been able to get just aren't enough to pay the rent near many of the shelters they're now living in. For example, these midtown one-bedroom apartments are around $4,000 to $5,000 per month. In order to get the keys to a place like this, you're gonna have to have a six-figure income. That's insane. And you know who we're not hearing a whole lot from at this moment in time? All of the people that advocated for this crisis as a way of solving worker shortages, because if there really are endless job opportunities out there for people who want them, boy, we could really use them now, couldn't we?
It all started when the once 128-room Wyndham Hotel was turned into a New York City migrant shelter. Neighbors have seen kids riding up and down the sidewalk, jumping off porches, and at times...
And why does anyone think that this is happening? Are we really to expect that people who came here thinking that they were going to have a better life are going to be happy staying in one-room hotels that have no kitchen 24 hours a day? What, they're not allowed to leave? This is what happens when you create this kind of system, which is failing people. Yet recent polling indicates that the majority of New Yorkers still favor these right-to-shelter policies that lead to these types of situations all over town, with large groups of able-bodied people just seemingly hanging out without a whole lot going on. And it's hard to blame people for being in a living situation that they do not control and may not understand and can't leave for doing any of what residents that claim they support right to shelter are upset about. Like cooking their own food. There's been disputes over the quality of food in shelters for months now. Yet as much as local residents appear to have problems with how the asylum crisis plays out in their neighborhoods, they're not making the connection between what's happening and what we were told by our elected officials, who by and large still favor the ongoing nature of this whole situation.
Gorro has been living at the shelter with his wife and 2 kids for approximately 3 months. He says people at the shelter have to sign in and out, and a 9 p.m. curfew was implemented as of last Thursday.
I see a lot of people after 9 p.m., a lot of kids after, I see them at 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock in front of the building.
You know, I feel bad for the people that are involved in this, because this gentleman, he didn't decide to have a shelter built across from where he's been living. But at the exact same time, how can we expect this crisis, which has a permanent nature to it, to just be over in a few weeks? The whole thing has been designed to kind of just go on forever, funding these hotels, funding these nonprofits, funding these food providers, because it's pretty obvious now that even though there was a massive plan to move people into shelters, there was never any plan that existed to connect them with a meaningful way out. And that's why this seems to just be going on month after month. And when you contrast the situation of many asylum seekers with traditional homeless shelters, those don't have the same sorts of time limits or mass evictions. Those tend to house people for a lot longer because each person is different and each person needs different types of help. But the asylum shelters are more of a human recycling program to a degree.
And tenants also told me they know those families need a place to live and be safe, but they want more regulation and more supervision to guarantee the safety of the neighborhood and of those kids. Of course, we reached out.
I don't know if this is about regulations, because you can't regulate what happens when you move people into a hotel room and just tell them to wait. Now, the mayor's been pretty clear on this. People shouldn't spend their whole lives in shelters. That's inhumane. Yet that's what our laws force the mayor to do. And even if we had a different mayor, perhaps a Republican mayor, they would be bound by the same right to shelter requirements and regulations that have perpetuated this crisis and have cost the city $5 billion so far caring for people who are now being paid to move out. Now, hopefully, those who leave will finally be able to start their lives, something New York City, with its lousy job market and high cost of living, hasn't enabled many people to go ahead and do. And it hasn't been the promised land of opportunity that so many people checked into shelters believing they were about to experience. What do you think? Has that been the problem here since day one? Is New York City just the wrong place for people to come and try to get started? Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
Community.
All right. program from the city awarding up to $4,000 grants to migrant families who exit the shelter system and find their own housing.
The one-time grant only to be used for first and last month's rent, security deposits, moving expenses, and household supplies.
Our mayor is a slumlord. City council members and immigration advocates blasting Mayor Eric Adams and his administration for implementing a policy that evicts migrant families with children after 60 days.
We've done 150 families. I think we've had one person from a family, not even the whole family, come back. So that is, in my mind, a very strong success rate.
We're not against migrants, however, we're against spending public funding to host them, to give them out like monthly stipends.
So New York City has decided that it might be cheaper to pay people to leave than to pay for them to stay. But what everyone's missing about this plan, paying people to move, is it's happening after we've already spent billions on shelters, which were supposed to be temporary and were supposed to help people move out and live on their own. But since that's not happening, it makes it look like the asylum crisis has backfired on our city in a way none of our leaders expected. Because although over 200,000 people seeking asylum and a better life were welcomed into our shelters, many are still there over a year after first moving in, revealing the better life everyone's looking for doesn't exist in America's most expensive city. And that's true for most people, not just asylum seekers. Because although from the beginning of this crisis a plan existed to move everyone into expensive former luxury hotels or massive controversial tent shelters which somehow cost just as much as the hotels to run, the very people who fled poverty and are now in our care are not getting the help they need to move up New York City's highly specialized, service-based economic ladder. Which doesn't make sense because many an economic expert has preached sermon after sermon about how the asylum crisis was going to be the best thing ever for everyone involved. Yet it turns out that's been a false prophecy, a heresy, because no plan ever existed to get people into the workforce so they could live on their own. And that brings us to the real reason why New York City is now paying people to get on a bus like that and leave town. Our shelter system has been turning vulnerable people into economic prisoners who are trapped and can't leave. Because not only are there zero employers lining up at our shelters offering the jobs people will need, many asylum seekers spent whatever they had coming here believing in the promised existence of gainful employment and a shot at the American dream. And that's a problem because in order for people to move out of these shelters and live on their own, they're gonna need to earn enough to do it. But since many aren't finding jobs, they're now in need of perpetual care from a city that never thought this crisis would double its homeless population in just 1 year. And here we are now, paying asylum seekers to leave town, and if they refuse this generous offer from the city, our officials are prepared to send them away empty-handed. So this plan to pay asylum seekers enough money so that they can move out of the shelter system, it's controversial for several reasons. First, the amount of money that the city's offering folks isn't enough for them to stay in many of the same neighborhoods where they are now living, which some people are upset about. Also, while this plan is taking place, new individuals are still arriving in New York City for the very first time who will need a shelter placement and then in a few weeks might also need to receive a check so that they have enough money to move out of that very same shelter, revealing that the asylum crisis here is far from over.
The New York City Department of Homeless Services is offering up to $4,000 to migrant families with children and pregnant women who are currently residing in a city shelter. It's called the Asylee Move Out Assistance Program, a pilot program that began last December.
So this program, it's not new. It's actually 6 months old, but it's in the news now because it was a program that wasn't widely publicized. And on the surface, it looks like this program is just going to be another expensive failure because the city's shelters are so full, families are being evicted after 60 days, plus they're barred from reapplying for shelter unless they can prove extenuating circumstances. But the fact that we're now paying people to move reveals that those shelters have not done their job. Their job is to prepare people to live on their own, but obviously that's not working, and now we're evicting people, and we've got to come up with the money for them to go and get a new apartment. The whole system has failed. Because if New York City were indeed this promised land of opportunity and employment, they wouldn't be stuck permanently living in shelters. No, they'd find jobs and move out on their own, but that's not happening. And this new program, it's highly controversial because it's very expensive to give everybody enough money for rent and security for a new apartment. And even though it very well may help people finally make the move on to independent life outside of the city shelters, there are others who say that a program program like this, it just acts as a magnet for more people to come to New York seeking asylum in the first place.
The one-time grant is modeled after the enhanced one-shot deal program for those in the traditional homeless shelters, only to be used for first and last month's rent, security deposits, moving expenses, and household supplies.
So first month's rent, security deposit, $4,000. That's a lot of money. But the program actually includes other benefits. It also includes $1,000 gift cards to help families with other items they might need in a new apartment. Now, will this help some people get out of the shelter and move? Absolutely, but there's a huge problem with it because it's not open to everyone. As it turns out, this program is only open to people who have work authorization in this country. And those are the people who we've been told have everything they need to succeed and shouldn't need to be paid in order to help them move. They've got the work permission, they've come here, they've sought asylum, they've done everything right, but for some reason they're not earning enough money to make the move happen by themselves. Whatever employment opportunities are out there aren't enough for them to move out of the very shelters that they were only supposed to need until they had work permission. And we're in a situation now where many folks have been stuck in these shelters for as long as they've been open, with some families having been there for over a year. And if you've got work permission and you can have a job and there are job openings, but those jobs don't pay enough for you to leave, how can you unless someone steps in and pays your way? The city's got itself between a rock and a hard place on this one.
The money is coming from DHS existing budget. The families themselves have to find housing, and once they do, they work with the not-for-profit providers operating at the shelters who help them with the process.
So in order to make this all happen, we can't just give people money. No, we need an infrastructure system to help them use it to find a place to live, which is where these nonprofits come in. And one of the big controversies with this entire asylum crisis is that many of these nonprofits, they're connected with for-profit companies that own places like former luxury hotels or offer services like food preparation that the shelters need access to, which has created a money-making opportunity of sorts, which revolves around the plight of folks who came here seeking a better life and now aren't getting it. And now, behind the scenes, more money has to be spent just to put us in a position where we can pay people's first month's rent and security in order for them to get the keys to a new apartment where they can work and afford life by themselves. Yet in defense of this practice, the money that is going to be used for these rental payments, it's coming from overflow funds that have already been sent to the city's Department of Homeless Services for caring for asylum seekers. But critics say it's not surprising that the shelter industrial complex we've got here intends to spend everything it's given and isn't trying to save the city any money or to operate more efficiently. And this comes after the city spent insane amounts of money caring for people. Look at this, $387 per person each day. This means that a family of 3 costs the city $1,200 a day just to take care of. No wonder they think it's cheaper to pay people to move out and live on their own. But even though it's cheaper, does that mean it's a good system in the first place? There are some people who say that it doesn't.
It makes financial sense because shelter is very expensive and this is a targeted one-time payment.
It would be a great support to be able to have our own space, to be able to socialize directly with our families.
So, yes, it's probably cheaper. Yes, it's helping some people, but that's not the real issue here. The real issue here is that this is the last step in this whole crisis. Someone leaving the shelter, and we're paying people to take that step. That means the whole thing isn't working. Which has many people making the claim that the asylum crisis has never really been about helping asylum seekers. Yes, it's named after them, but it's really been a massive transfer of money from the government and its citizens to private companies who've benefited off all of these plans that haven't helped anybody do anything except waste a whole bunch of money. And if you think about it, with over 200,000 people having come to New York seeking asylum, if they were all just given $4,000 to find an apartment after arriving here, the entire asylum crisis would have cost $800 million. Yet it's cost us $5 billion to get to this exact same point, paying people to help them move. But this also reveals something else about this entire crisis, because even though the city seems to have tons of money to play with, it seems that housing people indefinitely who are having trouble integrating with the city's economy on their own is having unintended consequences that nobody expected. So here we have your typical New York City neighborhood, you've got charming apartments, you've got little windows, it's all very nice, and many neighborhoods have been like this for decades, but some of them are now changing in ways that residents of them did not expect. And there are some who say it's happening because the city's system of sheltering people in order to help them get on their feet isn't working out as intended, and many people have found themselves living in shelters for a very long time, turning what was supposed to be a temporary system of care into a permanent fixture in many parts of town.
Long nights with loud music, kids playing outside, and garbage around the neighborhood is what tenants at this building on 10th Street and 44 Drive in Long Island City have been dealing with for the past few months.
So as we're learning today, this wasn't the plan when the asylum crisis started. Perpetual housing operations that will exist for as long as the crisis continues. No, this was all supposed to be temporary. And for a very long time, many have maintained that the one thing the asylum crisis has been missing was work permission. But that article's from a year ago, and now the people who have work permission, they're now being given money so that they can move. Yet for most of last year, we were told that that was the thing stopping people from integrating with society and making it. We were told that if people just had jobs, doing delivery or working at restaurants, that everything would work out and we wouldn't need to pay for people to live in luxury hotels. But that hasn't been reality, with many people in these shelters not finding the employment opportunities necessary to help them leave. And that's led to conflicts in many neighborhoods where you've got residents saying that things have changed, not necessarily for the better, because you've got basically a full-time presence of folks who were told that, hey, move into one of these shelters, we'll help you get a job, and then you can move out. Well, that hasn't happened for them either. This is a tough situation for everybody. And the real problem is that the jobs many have been able to get just aren't enough to pay the rent near many of the shelters they're now living in. For example, these midtown one-bedroom apartments are around $4,000 to $5,000 per month. In order to get the keys to a place like this, you're gonna have to have a six-figure income. That's insane. And you know who we're not hearing a whole lot from at this moment in time? All of the people that advocated for this crisis as a way of solving worker shortages, because if there really are endless job opportunities out there for people who want them, boy, we could really use them now, couldn't we?
It all started when the once 128-room Wyndham Hotel was turned into a New York City migrant shelter. Neighbors have seen kids running up and down the side.
Buonanotte, mia amata Emiliano. Buonanotte. Buonanotte, Angela and Joe. From the United States of America. Buonanotte. Buonanotte, Dynamite Twins. Buonanotte, Alexis. Buonanotte, Hillary. Buonanotte, Monique, Lauren Norris. Kirsten and York. Dutch Mass. Генри, Джереми, Джонни, Казин Нейстат, Каш Джордан. Кирстен энд Йорк, Ванесса Колледжи, Дальшмас, Оливия Ракель. And other people, Simona, and other people in the world, не входящие в русские гетто-холокост-геноцид страны и индийско-китайские гетто-холокост-геноцид страны. Buonanotte, other people in the world, не входящие в русские гетто-холокост-геноцид страны и индийско-китайские гетто-холокост-геноцид страны. Buonanotte, buonanotte, mio amato Emiliano. I love you. Buonanotte, Angela and Joe. Buonanotte, mio amato Emiliano. Buonanotte, buonanotte, Lauren Norris. Buonanotte, buonanotte. Hillary, buonanotte Hillary, buonanotte Dynamite Twins, Alexis, Monique, Kirsten York, buonanotte, Джонни, Джереми, Генри, Каш Джордан, Казинеста Симона, Коложи Ванесса, Дачмас, Оливия Рахель, Коложи Ванесса, Бананота, Good night. Бананота, миома тимдана. Романки тантиссимо ciao. Buonanotte Milano, buonanotte. Buonanotte. Good night. I love you.